you see, we have on the board, we'll go with the first with the prepared speeches. I think Shika is the one who will like to initiate it. So,
Day before yesterday in Mess 1 during lunch, I was sitting with two of my friends and we just started a random discussion about how our RAP went. So one of my friends, who's a guy, he was in an all boys group, and then he started by saying that ours was pretty boring. We could not initiate conversations. I mean, what do guys talk about? They just have like a handful of topics and they run out of topics pretty soon. So the other friend of mine, who's a girl, and me, we thought that there are eons of topics. We could never actually stop talking once we started. So we prompted him that, okay, fine, then how did you end? So he went up to say that people started talking about general stuff like, football, and then they went up to sharing their sad love stories. He was actually flabbergasted on thinking that why can't people share happy stories? I mean, why do all love stories have to be sad? Why can't they have like just one success story where, if they share it with their friends, they can actually learn from that? I mean, yeah, we know that, dude, you did this thing wrong and that's what you should not do. But then you're not actually learning something. And it can't happen that people don't have happy stories in their lives. So the two of us asked him, okay, if it were you, what would you have shared? He started on with his story. He started on by saying that, have you ever been happy? I mean, literally 7th level happy. And so happy that you were radiating happiness. You were all pink, your ears were burning, and then you just felt that you could almost fly. We were very curious about the 7 levels of happiness. So on being prompted further, he started. During his vacations, one Sunday morning, his mother woke him up at 10:30 in the morning. With all tousled hair, his mom told him, go get dressed, you need to buy a ticket. He had bad bed hair, but anyways he got ready in like 2-3 minutes and he went to take tickets for a theatre show which he wasn't even attending. As luck would have it, there was only one line which was for senior citizens, and there were 2 people in front of him. As he stood in the line, a guy came and told him that, listen, this line is exclusively for senior citizens. You're not supposed to stand there. He got really irritated because the other counters were closed. Nevertheless, he thought, okay, fine, let's have a deal. If anyone else comes up, then I'll let the person take the ticket. But if there's no one, I'll go and buy my own ticket. The man agreed. 10 minutes later, another guy comes up and repeats the same thing. He's so irritated after standing for half an hour because people kept on coming and he had to give way to people for them to buy tickets. So after half an hour, he was almost going to call his mother to say that, listen mama, I can't do this. I'm coming back, when there was a tap on his shoulder. And as he turned, a tall 7.2 girl was standing there. We were shocked. 7.2? And then he said that it's okay. The guys who say that looks don't matter are blatant liars. Obviously, I'm a young guy, I rate girls. Big deal. Then we were interested in listening to the story, so we let him continue. Then he said this was the level 1 of happiness. And after that, she asked him, actually I'm here with my grandmom. Should I buy a ticket for you? That was level 2. He couldn't believe his luck. This random girl just asking him to buy a ticket for which he had been struggling for 45 whole minutes. He said yes. He gave her the cash. He gave her the cash and he moved on. She bought a ticket for him And as he was turning to go, he was just thinking that how to approach a girl when he thought, okay, what's there to lose? If I just go and talk to her and she doesn't reproach, big deal. If she does, all good. So he went, goes up to her and says, thank you, you saved me a lot of trouble. Thank you, saved me a lot of trouble. And could I take you out for lunch? And that was level 3 of happiness. She said yes. Being in Delhi, he took her out to Connaught Place, and as he was thinking about the 200 bucks in his pocket and the typical guy thing of when you ask a girl out, you're supposed to pay, he was just praying that she doesn't choose a very high-end place. And then she says, let's go to this chaat place, it's really cheap. That was level 3 for him. He was already in love with the girl. And after they were well seated, they had ordered their chaat. Now was the next biggest problem about what to talk to her. When this girl initiates a conversation about Batman. Of course he could talk about Batman. They talked for an hour and a half. When the girl realizes, oh my god, it's already 1:45. I had a lunch appointment at 1:30. Let it be, let's walk somewhere. He had reached level 5. Things couldn't go any better. They walked around till 4:30 when he had to go back home, and so did she. So they went back together to the metro station, and both had opposite direction metros. So they were leaving for their own platforms when he realized what an idiot he had been. How was he supposed to contact her any further when he sees the girl coming back and saying, hey, I forgot to take your number. That was level 6. He could almost have jumped up from the tracks. They shared their numbers and they went their own ways. And the final part of it, of that typical thought about who texts first, when he realized that she took his number and he did not. So she texted him, hey, you forgot to take my number. This is me. Hi, had an awesome day. And the day ended at level 7. And that was, I think, an amazing way, or just a stroke of luck for the guy. But then the story was pretty amazing, and it's not so difficult to initiate a conversation about good things.
Thank you. Very nice. Okay, without further ado, thanks Shika first of all for such a nice topic to be shared, experience, should I say. The next one would be...
There is Manoj.
Yeah, sure. I'll add up, but I have a second name as Abhi Dance.
So, few days back actually I read Honey Singh actually wants to win Grammy. So he said that he wants to win Grammy because he sings so well. And I also think that he should win a Grammy. Because somewhere I was reading that the Grammy should be given to some kind of singers whose lyrics are so good that it influences its listeners to a great extent. So I think this is true for Honey Singh also. Because if you see his lyrics, he never choose any kind of light topic. He always writes on some profound topics like vodka, short skirt, suck, and rhyming four-letter word. And also he actually very down to earth. He is always connected to his roots. That's why London, Dubai, Paris, his music videos can be filmed at any kind of exotic locations, but half of his lyrics will always be about Chandigarh. And the other thing is that his songs are so powerful that his songs are so rich in moral values that we don't need to teach our next generation about the poetry of Rabindranath Tagore or the poetry of Munshi Premchand. He's actually, I'll give you some kind of example, like how he teaches, how his songs actually teach us how to respect other people, how to respect especially the older ones. Like after listening to his songs, actually even I started respecting Anu Malik. And there is other example also, like his songs are so powerful that it can change your perception about some other songs also. Like after listening to his songs, the old erotic classic song like Choli Ke Piche Kya Hai will now sound like a bhajan. And there are a lot of other examples also, like how he's a good man, how good he's a man, and how he actually protests against racism by choosing brown rung instead of white or black. But there is a sad part. There is a sad part that like all the great products, Honey Singh also has some kind of structural error. The sad part is that he is colorblind. That's why he sings songs like Aaj blue hai pani pani, although the water seems to be colorless to us. But it will be extremely wrong if you think that Honey Singh's eyes are defective, because he has just awesome eyesight. Because in one of his music videos, he actually took a single glance towards a girl, and that too across a 10 feet wide road. But still he could notice that the girl has blue eyes. And there are other things also, like his stories actually can work as a great motivational factor also. Like there are times when we feel that when we are sad, when we think that we are the stupid people, most stupid people, we have done the most stupid thing in this world. I'll tell you one thing, in those kind of situations, never go for suicide. Just take a deep breath and then think that there are people who call Honey Singh as the Eminem of India. And then after that, everything in your fine will look good. In your life will look good. And but I think that to some extent it's true. We can say that Honey Singh is Eminem of India. The only difference is that Eminem raps the song and Honey Singh. But we have respect for the fan followers who actually call Honey Singh as the Eminem of India. We have respect for them because they are really proud about Honey Singh. But I'll tell you one thing. Deep down, every follower of Honey Singh has a past. But there is a dark past which they are not proud of, and that's called Justin Bieber. Thank you. My name is Abhyuday.
Yeah, that was very nice of a speech, because most of us were sitting here must have heard almost all the songs of Honey Singh, and we all have different kind of perspective and meanings and all. But I must say, Abhyuday, you should hear the very first song that he has rapped, should I say, and it's a very controversial one. You should actually listen to that. Okay. So next, moving to that, I have our name Manoj. So let's hear it from Manoj.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Manoj Kumar Jaiswal, and I'll be giving my first speech, that is the icebreaker. So it's been a hell of a day for me, for like 4 classes, including Jaisima's one. You know how that could be, and 2 quizzes, and then classes till 7 o'clock, and then my dear friend Abhyuday called me. Okay, we have a Toastmaster session, so I said okay, I'll speak whatever comes to my mind. So I'll call it as my impromptu speech anyway. Okay, so my name is Manoj, as I already mentioned. I'm born and brought up in Narela, which you can call it Delhi, but if you walk 10 steps, you are in Haryana. So thing about Narela is it's full of Haryanvi people, and those people are really nice. I'll give one instance. In my 10th board exam, there was this one guy who was, I mean, no offense, he was a typical Haryanvi guy, and he said, okay, Manoj yaar, थोड़ा बोर्ड में दिखा दियो, पास करवा दे. मैंने कहा ओके यार, it looks this big and how can I say no? And okay यार पास करवा दे. फिर है ना कोई भी कुछ बोले ना मुझे बता दियो. मैंने कहा okay fine. And 3-4 months back I got a call from him, said कि he is in Delhi police. मैंने कहा oh my god. So good things are happening in life. Instead of the schedule. Okay, born and brought up in Delhi. You say so. Then I moved to a more interior part, closer to DU, and I joined KVP Tampura, and my place was closer to the DU, so I used to pass by that area, and I thought, okay, this is how my life is gonna be, if you know what I mean. I hope you do. Okay, then I was unaware, living in the outskirts of Delhi, about what really is going on. So I entered the school and first class, and this guy talks, okay, I have joined this Vidya Mandir, I'm gonna do IIT. I come, what the hell is that, man? What is IIT? You don't know IIT? I go, no yaar, yeah, what's the big deal? मैंने कहा चलो okay, challenge लेके देखते हैं. So even I started preparing, and my bad luck, I entered into one, and my dreams of a good DU life just shattered. So I just joined for the heck of it. Past 4 years, did everything except studying. I started listening to rock music, organized some rock fests, and I learned guitar and happened to play guitar at my college and in the company. And I was gonna organize a distortion here itself, but said that it got scrapped. So yeah, and then after that I joined IBM and I worked as a software engineer. And I like reading. I'm the typical IIT nerd, which you call it, and I'm okay about it. So that's fine. And okay, I think that would be it. Thank you.
Thank you much. Alright, that was from Manoj. Do we have any more volunteer who would like to go for an icebreaker in prepared speeches? We have Akriti.
Hi, I'm Akriti. I would like to start my icebreaker by stating a study from Chicago University that people who are born with whose names start with A are the lucky ones. So I don't know all those who have their names starting with A feel so, but I definitely feel the way. First of all, I was born in a family in Delhi, which again I feel is very lucky to be born in Delhi because I love every aspect of Delhi. Secondly, when I was 6 months old, there was a robbery that took place at my home. So in that robbery, unfortunately, my grandmother died. She was shot by the robbers. But I was hidden in a corner of a sofa set, and my life was saved. Which probably, if they actually saw me, I would not have been standing here. Then I moved into a pre-nursery school, which because my mother was working, she wanted me to join, and others generally did not join pre-nursery at the time I was doing my schooling. So I was so afraid of the teachers that I actually started crying on the first class. So what happened was the entire 6-7 months of the pre-nursery, I was there with the cafeteria auntie eating bread pakoras, and I did not attend even a single class. So that was the second phase of my life part. The next I moved on to Bluebells School, which is near to my house, just around 6 to 7 kilometers. And from there I started my school journey. So I was a shy girl there. And even to talk to one of my teachers or any of my teachers, I used to raise my hand, walk from the last bench towards the teacher, and either whisper to her ears or just tell her that okay, this is the problem or this is the question. And the teacher realized that I have the potential to actually say something, as in say aloud. In fact, anyone has the potential to actually say something in front of the class. So she actually boosted me to say whatever it is in front of the class. And she also put me in front of the stage, on the stage, in an assembly, in which I had to read out the news, which was not actually speaking out spontaneously, but still, from a person who could not even speak her thoughts in the class, I was there standing. But then it was a motivation for me. And in class 5th, I actually anchored my annual day. And it continued, and in 12th as well as I anchored my annual day. So it actually gave me confidence, and yes, I was here. Now, after schooling, I took up science as usual, as everyone does, who has middle class parents in fact. So I took up science, and I started preparing for JEE. Now, I did not get into IIT or DC, but that does not mean I'm lucky. I was in Delhi itself again, and living with my parents, and in one of the good colleges in Delhi. Now, the best part was that in a class of 60 students, there were 6 girls, and I was one of them. So I had enjoyed all the attention that I could get. So you cannot be luckier. And after that, after my college, everyone got into TCS, and so did I. But then TCS was posting me to Trivandrum, which I did not want to, because being a Delhiite from like childhood, I did not want to go to any place except for Delhi. So I applied off campus, and I got into Sopra, which was a France-based company. And as I took up French in class 10th or at 9th and 10th, I actually wanted to use the French. So here I had the platform, not purposefully, but yes, I did get the platform to actually use my French language skills. And I also hope that I get it through the student exchange program, but I am not very sure about it. And then I was working with Sopra, and luckily I got the best project. I got EBS, which helped me get into I guess it helped me. But yes, I got an enterprise business suite to work on. I learned about businesses and functions, etc. And I made excellent friends in the workplace. So whoever says that you cannot make good friends in workplace because everyone is selfish, well, I was lucky enough to get that too. And after 2 years, I got into IIM, which I guess everyone agrees that it is a great opportunity to get into. And I hope my luck continues and I get a good experience.
That was a very nice icebreaker, I must say. Alright, is there anyone else who would like to give it a chance? Alright, I'll take it as a no. So moving to the next section for impromptu speeches, I'll call upon Akriti. Table topic master.
So hi again. We started with Shikha talking about optimism when in a situation where you can actually have a girl coming up to you and the girl being the level 7. Then we had Abhyuday, who